they have this school where the kids only study like content for 2 hours a day without a teacher. It's an AI teaching them 2 hours a day. And then the rest of the day is just like dance and music and literature and all the other things. And they are 2 standard deviations superior than the rest of the United States, which means that the low 2% of their students are on the top 98% of the rest of the country, basically, in math and science and everything. This has been a big problem in education for a long time. It's called the two sigma problem or the Bloom problem. There's this guy called Bloom in the United States that did this research about if you take two sets of students and in one you get one teacher per student, and the other one you have one teacher, I think was 20 or 30 students. And then you teach those kids individually and with mastery learning, you get this 2 standard deviation distance in the second group, which 2 standard deviations it's really big difference. Meaning the worst students of this here are as good or even better than the better at this group. And the reason for that is that individual learning 101 works really well. And then there's mastery learning as well combined with that, which mastery learning is basically the idea that you only move forward when you master that specific subject. It's a little bit like if you have a test, if you don't take more than 90% of that test, you don't move forward. You only move forward when you get to 90 plus. And if you have a teacher for just you and it's teaching you until you get to 90% of everything, you get all the necessary knowledge, then you learn faster, which was the way it was done before. A lot of famous people in history was taught 101, basically, because it was the only way. And this was one of the reasons why most people didn't had a lot of access to education before, because if you need to have a private tutor to teach your kids, you better be really rich because you need to be like one teacher per kid. And then this is why only the nobility used to have that tutors teaching the kid, but for sure it's the best way possible. And now maybe you will have that on tap for everybody.